Exercise set 1.5, Decomplexifying Artificially Abstruse Quotations, from a workbook for arguments by Morrow and Weston. So, I'm going to start here by ruining the joke. Obviously, the title of this exercise set is intended not to be serious. So, just so you recognize that up front. Alright, to begin. This video is going to contain both the tips for success and the exercise set, because they went together more naturally that way. Just so you know. Okay. Start by reading the passage in its entirety to get a sense for the meaning of the whole passage and what's going on. Then, go back over the passage phrase by phrase, trying to figure out what each phrase means. Rewrite each phrase in the simplest language you can find, deleting words or phrases that don't add to the meaning of the sentence. Don't worry about coming up with the exact wording of the original quotation. Just try to express the ideas in the passage as simply and directly as possible. So, the objective is to help you recognize and avoid overly elaborate writing. We're going to go through the sample exercises and all of the odd-numbered exercises from the set 1.5. After I present each example, I'm going to pause the video and give you a chance to rewrite the quotation in simpler words. After each example, I'll give an explanation. For your graded assignment, you'll complete all of the even-numbered exercises from exercise set 1.5. So how this is going to work is we're going to see that we'll start with a very sort of confused and longer passage, and it's going to be able to be condensed down to a common saying. And as the instructions said, you don't have to get the saying exactly right, just have to try to be in the neighborhood of what it is. Okay, let's begin with the sample. Of this relatively limited extension of one of the ambulatory limbs of this particular male of the species Homo sapiens, it might also be possible to declare that a relatively much larger extension of the reach of human species as a whole, so to speak, is also concurrently taking place at this point in time. What is this one? Well, once we break it down into its simplest language, we'll discover that it's a saying like this. This small step for a man is also a giant leap for humankind. Okay, you get the idea? Now we'll move on to number 1. I seem to have the distinct impression that my canine companion and I are no longer physically located within the geographical confines of the Midwestern American state generally known as Kansas. What is this one? Think about it for a while. I have the feeling we're not in Kansas anymore. Okay, number 3. Being able to express oneself in a concise way as possible, that is, using the fewest, plainest words with which it's feasible to communicate the essential meanings of one's thought, is at the very core of a knack for repartee. This one is a little bit weird. Brevity is the soul of wit, from Shakespeare. Okay. 5. We must strive to exhibit in our own persons the sort of alterations that we most fervently desire to observe in the world that we inhabit. What is this one? We must be the change that we wish to see in the world. All right, on to 7. Regularly turning in for the night at a fairly early hour, combined with the practice of awakening at an hour that is earlier than the hour at which most others arise, will tend to the acquisition of such desirable personal features as good physical constitution, a comfortable financial situation, and the sort of discriminate and other related intellectual abilities that conduce to earn the respect of others. What's this one? Early to bed, early to rise, makes a man healthy, wealthy, and wise. All right. Number 9. A female member of the human species who finds herself without the company of a male of the species is akin to an aquatic scale-covered vertebrate with gills and fins that has not the possession of a pedal-driven, two-wheeled vehicle that is powered by a rider sitting astride a frame to which the wheels are attached. All right, what's this one? A woman without a man is like a fish without a bicycle.